So now what we need to do is, since we've learned how to do the skip counting and find the least common multiple, now the first class practice. Are you going to do it on the? Oh, you can. Let's start here. You do it.
I don't do that.
No, not this one. You don't need to do that one on the. Well, you can find the multiples if you don't know them by heart. So the first one, what do you think they multiplied the 8 by to get 16?
2.
Yep. So you take that same 2 and you multiply the 3 by that.
That's 6.
So a good way to find the equivalent. So the good way for us to find the equivalent is we have to find the least common least common denominator for all of these numbers. The reason why you have to ask yourself, what do I have to multiply 9 by to get 27? If you don't know that, then you have to skip count. You can skip count, which means that's what you're doing with that. What do you call that thing right over there?
3?
Abacus. That's true, because 3 times 9 is 27, right? So now what's your next step?
So 3 times 5 is 15.
Yes, exactly. So
that's 2.
Mm-hmm. What number did you use?
Did I already tell you C?
Yes. Tell me D.
It's 6 over 12.
I mean, what did you use to multiply it? You didn't use 2.
I'm going to say 4. No, 6.
Why don't you look at it and to be certain? I'm talking about, how did you get 12 from 4?
6.
You multiplied 6 times 4 to get 12? No, you didn't. 4 6 is 24. Your 6 is. Wait a minute, what do you have up there? Oh, okay. So what do you multiply? What do you need to multiply 4 by to get 12? Or how many 4s make 12? You can use your abacus if you have to. If you can't skip the count. Like you go 4. What's after that? 8. The next one is
12.
That's right. So how many 4s is that?
3.
That's right. Exactly. Okay, so let's go down to the next one. Section 2. We have to write the least common denominator of these fractions.
Can I get my... I don't know how I did last time. Do like that. Like write down the notebook.
I thought that's why you got that 4.
Well, I know that.
You're going to write them again. I don't want you to look at something you already wrote. Okay, so in order for the child to find the least common denominators, it's a good practice to have them write out the multiples. Preferably, they're doing that with a marker that they can read. So the numbers, you don't have to keep going that far, I don't think.
Oh, I like
that. But you're wasting time. You need to hurry up. You're trying to find the small. You already found it.
I thought it was.
You have to find the smallest number that they share, which is what?
6.
Okay, so you can probably complete your problem over there now. What are you doing? You can do it. You can complete it on the actual page.
I don't know last time I completed it. So 3. How many 3's go into 6? 2 times.
Or how many multiples of 3 make 6, which is another way of saying it.
2.
Then you have to take that 2 and multiply your what with it? What are you multiplying with the 2? But what's that called? No, this is the denominator. This is the what? Yeah.
So the answers are.
So can you add them now? Did it tell you to add it?
No.
Oh, you're just finding. Wait a minute. It said you're just finding equivalent. Okay. Do the next one. Which one is this? 2A, 2B.
2A.
Wait a minute. All right, so let me see.
It's 2A.
Move your board. Right here, you're supposed to be writing the least common
Yeah,
multiple there. Hmm.
Two B. So 2B is. Hmm.
3 over, I mean, what is it? 3 over 5 and. Okay, do you remember what you're doing? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the denominator.
The least
Common factor.
denominator, the least common denominator. And you do that by what? How do you find that? Right? What do you I don't think you need to do that all the time. You don't need to do that. Just write the multiples.
So, it makes me, when I don't do that, I'm confused.
Oh, okay. I wish you would have gotten a black marker. That one is too
The
messy.
black markers.
What happened to it?
Um,
It's not in that drawer right
it's
there?
not really long.
Like it was brand new. I took it out the pack. How could it have no ink to it? That's one I took from my pack. I had 2 of those in my drawer. What happened? I mean, it's dried out already. Okay, well go ahead, find your least common multiples. I mean, do your multiples. Don't try to write small. So you have enough space. You're counting by what right here? What are you doing? Okay. This number is 12. That's weird. Wait a minute, slow up. How would you have a 12? 12
Oh,
is,
it's a 15.
it couldn't be 12.
It's 15.
Oh, I was supposed to say. I didn't think it was although 5 could be a multiple of 12. But wait a minute, can 3 be a multiple of 12?
2 can. No.
I mean, not 12, but 60?
No.
3, no. Yes, it can, because it's 20. 2 times 3. Please turn it on and record. Okay, so as you can tell, that is how I have taught. Let's see, how many kids now? 5? No, 6. Yes, 6 children how to skip count. And for my younger ones or the ones who are just still not quite getting it, the tools that I use to enforce what I'm teaching them is a simple little abacus. I love this thing. I just something about it. Just love this abacus, mainly because it's just the colors, and you can learn so much math. Anyway, so I like to use the abacus, and if you can use it because there's 100 beads on here, 10 racks of beads, and with each rack, your child can learn to skip count by twos, by fours, threes, fours, five, six, anything that you want them to learn, you can teach them the basics of math with this abacus. And some other tools that I like to use and that I have used over the years, as far as teaching them to skip count, are these little rods right here. And as you may know, these rods, they come with another program that some of you may be familiar with. It's called Math UC by Dempsey. Dempsey, I think that's how you say his last name. Anyway, I have always utilized these because they come in so handy when your child is like just not getting a certain concept. You can have them use these little rods right here and use them like they know that this one is 8, this one is 10. Get 10 of these and have them count 10, 20, 30, and they're actually holding something in their hands to help them just feel it and see it at the same time. This is 100, and if they can fill these up with these blocks, they can still count and say, oh, okay, how many tens or how many tens can you get out of here, or how many fives you can get out of 100, divide into 100. And these are just some of the tools that I've used over the years. Some of my children didn't really need these, but there are others who just, I guess that's what you call the kids who are they just pick it up like that. Or you have some that are, I think it's called, they need a more concrete example. They're more kinetic learners where they have to touch stuff, hands on, And I'm telling you, you don't have to invest in buying the entire curriculum from Math UC, but if you can find some of these blocks, and I'm sure they may have other things that are like this, but I lucked up and got them from a friend who was done with her homeschooling, and she gave them to me, and I treasure these. I'm gonna show you another set. Okay, so we have like for counting by ones, twos, it has the threes, fours, and where's the 5? Oh, this little one. That one is the 5. These are this one is the 6. Wait a minute, what is that? Oh yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And what I did for my littles is I wrote the numbers. I don't know if you can see this. I actually wrote the numbers on here, 1 through 7. So they'll know, oh, this is 7. Or they just remember the color that's associated with that number. But anyway, so this is some of the ways that I have taught my younger ones to do math, which, like I said, math is so logical, and it is a concept that you can teach step by step. In math, you cannot skip stuff. You cannot skip, although you're learning to skip count, you cannot skip concepts because they build upon one another, just like bricks. Don't forget that. Keep your child, don't, just because your child is fast or they know, they seem to be picking up something really quickly. There are times where I had a child who picked up on something really fast, but then I had the silly idea to skip a few pages or maybe a few lessons, and only to find out that they missed something that was vital that they needed for that lesson beyond the ones that I skipped. So math, I will never suggest that you skip. You keep them, even if they are like a genius, like people try to say. They need to have the foundations down, okay? So this is Adrienne Brown, the Homeschool Mom of 8, and that is just my way of helping my children to learn to do math. And as I said earlier, you start off with the simplest stage, which is skip counting or counting by particular numbers like 2, 5, 10, and you learn to use those procedures to find multiples of numbers. And then once you learn how to do that, then you use that those skills to learn how to find the least common multiples and the least common denominators. And then those skills, even still, you're learning how leads you up to adding and subtracting fractions. And then, of course, you go beyond that. But you will have fun learning, especially the way I was. I loved learning about math because there were some holes in my education, but this has even helped me as the mom. You will enjoy it, I'm telling you. Just buckle down and decide that in your homeschool, you are the boss. And you want your children to know and to be smart and intelligent, not because you want to have a trophy, but because they need the best of the best. Okay, see you soon. Bye.